you holding on the microphone by any chance?
Yeah, here, I'll hold it. Now listen, you work away there. My beauty assistant.
Hi Taoiseach.
Well, we're looking forward to this meeting. Obviously, we're talking about the digital agenda, the opportunity to make preparations to fill 1 million jobs by 2015, the IT sector, which is particularly relevant in the context of youth unemployment and the decisions that have been made and are being made by the Council. Clearly, the question of the EMU and banking union is an issue that will be raised here. As you know, I've written to all the heads of state and government setting out Ireland's position. And as you're aware, we expect to exit the programme on the 15th of December. The question is how to do that in the most sustainable and durable fashion is what we have to consider. We're also aware that Michael Noonan has had discussions with the ECB and in Frankfurt, also with the Commission. We'll travel to Washington to speak to the IMF. The government will consider all of that evidence and all of that information before we make our decision. Let me repeat again, we want to do that on the basis of it being the best option for Ireland in a fashion that is durable and sustainable for the future.
Taoiseach, were you making a direct link between the sustainable exit from the bailout and the situation where people seem to be withdrawing from the commitments to break the link between banks and sovereigns from June 2012?
Well, at the June 2012 meeting, the formal decision was made to break that vicious circle, as it was called. That was repeated again in December, again the following March, and again the following June. That is a fundamental principle adopted by the European Council on a number of occasions now. I want to see that followed through, because that presents another option for Ireland and indeed for other countries. So it's a case of the European Council following through on the decisions that it makes.
And are you happy enough with the draft conclusions as they are now, where the emphasis is really still on national backstops following the next stress test?
Well, Ireland obviously rising from the position of June 2012, that you need the options of a European backstop together with national backstops. You can phrase it as appropriate if necessary. So it's a case of Ireland and other countries very strongly supportive of a European option as well as national consideration.
Did you raise it with Mrs. Merkel, Chancellor Merkel?
No, I congratulated her on her magnificent achievement in the election. Didn't get a chance to go beyond that at the EPP meeting.
Taoiseach, are you at all concerned that any precautionary loan programme would come with very onerous conditions attached? And would you be willing to pledge the government to such conditions as the price of being able to take
what I've said is
such a programme?
What Ireland has to consider now is what are the best options for our country and for our people that will allow us to exit the programme and to exit it in a way that is durable and sustainable. They're probably the phrases that have most relevance in the sense of exiting a programme and not having to go back into one again.
But would onerous conditions in that context be a deal breaker for you?
Well, clearly you don't want, you wouldn't want a situation where conditions were being imposed that were as shall we say, constraining as the programme itself. So when we hope to exit now on the 15th of December, we consider all of the options, take the best advice we can, take the views of our colleagues, and that we make that decision based on it being the most durable and sustainable option for Ireland.
Do you anticipate getting an opportunity to discuss Ireland's corporation tax rate with Chancellor Merkel over the next 24 hours?
I'm not sure how the discussions at the meeting will go. This meeting could go for a few hours into tomorrow morning. If I have the opportunity to do that, I will, of course. I'll refer to it in any event in my briefing to the two colleagues when the opportunity arises for me at the meeting itself. The matter hasn't been raised, I might say, with me at all in the last period. People are very clear on Ireland's position insofar as corporation tax rate is concerned, endorsed very strongly by the OECD and Mr. Gouria recently when he came to Ireland.
So you're not ruling out a precautionary credit line, so?
What I've said very clearly is that we expect to exit on the 15th of December. We want to consider now what is the best option for Ireland and for our people. And obviously it's to make an exit in a way that is sustainable and that is durable.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.